We're at the most expensive grocery store in the country trying $175 of the most popular items.
This is a $19 strawberry from Erewhon.
$19? In this economy? It's no secret Erewhon has made a name for itself as the most expensive grocery store in America. From $20 celebrity smoothie collabs to $40 sea moss gel that even Gwyneth Paltrow would slurp down. For $40, it's gotta taste fantastic, right?
Trying the new sea moss from Erewhon, how bad could it be? It's so good!
Either everybody in LA has completely lost their minds, or a grocery store just figured out how to sell you an identity and charge you $40 for the privilege of being in its presence. It calls itself a grocery store, but nobody's actually grocery shopping. And once you notice that, you can't unsee it. That's what I'm calling grocery maxing. That's right, we've heard of looks maxing, and now I give you grocery maxing. When you can't afford the house that's in the neighborhood of a luxury grocer like this, but you can afford the $22 smoothie that gives you the slight status symbol and ego boost that you need to walk around and flaunt it while going,
I shop at Erewhon.
And that's not an accident, that's actually the business model. Seem a little too good to be true? That's what I thought. So I flew over 2,500 miles to go undercover, and what I found will change the way that you look at every grocery store, overpriced smoothie, and $19 strawberry
forever.
That is right, people. I am at the LAX airport because we are going to Erewhon, so join me as we investigate what is going on behind this famous luxury grocery store. But to understand why grocery maxing works, you have to understand how Erewhon got here in the first place, because their origin story is not what you'd expect. Erewhon was founded in 1966 by macrobiotic pioneers Michio and Aveline Kushi, starting as a natural food stall in the Boston market before opening an LA location in 1969. The name is actually an anagram of nowhere, borrowed from an 1872 satirical novel about a utopia where illness is considered a crime. When Tony and Josephine Antoci took over in 2011, everything changed. The stores got a glow up. They became sleeker and offered luxury amenities like valet parking. And Erewhon started partnering with celebrities on exclusive smoothie collabs, none more iconic than the Hailey Bieber strawberry glazed skin smoothie. Under the Antoci's leadership, Erewhon became a certified B Corporation and only carries items that adhere to strict standards of being organic, non-GMO, and a slew of other things. Then TikTok found it and made it a tourist attraction. Not bad for a food store that almost didn't make it. Now that I knew the backstory, it was time to go undercover. The first stop, Venice Beach. I had one question. Are people here to actually grocery shop, or are they just here to be seen? As soon as I entered, I was greeted with natural light, pretentiousness, and people swarming the smoothie and hot bar. And the aisles? Unventured. I walked around to see what made this grocery store so special, and more importantly, what groceries people were buying. And as I walked around the store, I noticed a running theme. I was the only person in the aisles. Between the $12.50 a pound chicken breast and the $20 gluten-free cookies, I was the only one there. After venturing down every aisle to see if another human would appear, I went to the hot food bar to try the infamous buffalo cauliflower. After almost having a heart attack at the cash register, I went home and gave it a try. For scientific reasons, of course. I just got back from their food court, and just this box of food without the kombucha, this was $31. Make it make sense, people. As for the taste, first up is the buffalo cauliflower. This is by far the most well-known thing that I've seen all over social media. Let's see if it was worth what I paid for. $25 a pound. This was actually really good. Let's see how the orange chicken turns out. It's good, but do I think it's better than Panda Express good? No. Of course, time for the salad. Getting the salad, I was thinking it weighs less, so less money. I don't know if that actually helped, so let's see. Start with flavor. There is none. There is barely any dressing on this. There is a fair amount of blueberries. It's the antioxidant salad, but it's not very flavorful, and
It just tastes like nothing.
so if nobody was grocery shopping, who were the people actually there? There was a lot of very health conscious people. I would say it was definitely a mix of families, people in their mid-20s to probably 40s. A lot of them were very active. A lot of them were in gym attire. By gym attire, I love yoga sets, the very expensive stuff. Other than that, it was just typically normal people. While the buffalo cauliflower was fire, the rest of the food was mid at best, which makes you question the ambiance. Walking into Erewhon, I have some complaints because here's the thing. If I'm paying $36 for both of these things, there needs to be an ambiance factor. And the ambiance
was not really there.
it didn't feel the way I thought a very expensive grocery store to feel. It's not like they had some type of angelic music where if you're familiar with Fresh Market, the minute you walk in, they typically have classical music playing. No, there was none of that. I just didn't really get the justification of the prices. Don't get me wrong, it's a nicely decorated store and the staff is really good. They have a good amount of workers there, nobody's short-staffed. But for what was there, I don't get it. I don't understand the justification of the cost. The store was rather small, which maybe since this is the Venice Beach location, that's just the way it is. Since Venice Beach could have been a one-off location, I braved the LA traffic to give a second location a try. I am in the Erewhon parking lot in Studio City. One thing I've noticed between all of these Erewhons is they are right next to an Equinox, which makes sense, higher income people. A lot of things are newer over here, and the area that this is in, there's also next to the Equinox a few other, I would say, upscale eateries as well. After investigating the grounds, it was time to come for the main event, the Studio City Erewhon. This store was larger, had a bigger outdoor seating area, and a much larger drink selection. And a similar trend to the Venice Beach location, a line for the smoothie bar and the hot bar, with almost no one buying any actual groceries. Keeping science at the forefront of this research, I decided to pick something that was a little easier on the wallet, selecting something from their cold food bar, as well as a cookie, and this very enticing mood drink. Coming to you live post-Erewhon visit from the Nissan Road. And boy, people,
Do I have some thoughts?
I decided to go for a collards green wrap, and this cost
$18?
there is salmon in this, so it does make sense, but there is no
Seasonings whatsoever.
there's no flavor, and they have a dressing, except this dressing, one, does not taste very good. I don't really think it goes with the wrap. I haven't seen this before, but I got this Vibes mood. Listen to the description of this.
When you consume this bottle of Vibes, imagine yourself being content and free of worry. See yourself in the present moment. Right now, your mood is your choice. In today's chaotic world, you have a choice on how you want to feel. My hope is that you'll choose the best mood for right now. Enjoy it.
I paid $4 for that. For a bottle of mainly purified water, that was a lot of marketing talk. And how about that Erewhon cookie? If you have ever had anything that is burnt, that is what this cookie tastes like. I don't think this is anything special. Not for $6. As I sat outside finishing the rest of my rabbit food, I reflected on the main people that I saw in the store. I'm just there to look good, shop. It was a lot of people just going for the food hall. I didn't really see anybody who was going for anything outside of the food hall. Very rarely did people have things that were from the actual grocery store. So if the hot bar is mid and the cold food bar is overpriced and nobody's actually buying groceries, how does Erewhon make enough money to expand to 20 stores nationwide? Something wasn't adding up. So I did what any normal person would do. I jumped into the numbers, and what I found made everything click. Erewhon's hot bar and smoothie bar are suspected to be the main money makers of Erewhon.
Because, nobody actually buys groceries there.
The average grocery store only runs on a net profit margin of 1.6%. Erewhon is estimated at 22%. And in 2023, with just 10 locations, they made over $170 million and generated $2,500 in revenue per square foot. That's more than 4 times the average grocery store. But how can that be? In a 2021 interview, CEO Tony Antoshi confirmed that roughly 40% of revenue comes from prepared foods and private label products, the highest margin categories. Oh, and that $20 Hailey Bieber skin glaze smoothie alone,
$10.6 million in a collab.
that's a lot of collagen boosting marketing that people are sipping on. So how does a grocery store pull all of this off? One, it's a restaurant disguised as a grocery store.
Because, people aren't actually buying groceries.
The hot bar, the cold bar, the smoothie line, those are the real money makers. And those prepared foods run above restaurant margins. Since Erewhon is organic and prepares only non-GMO food, when you're going there, you're feeling healthier. And number 2, they're selling controversy. The $19 strawberry, the $20 smoothies, everything you see all around TikTok is just free marketing. They don't really need to spend money on marketing when controversy sells. And we all know that once we hear a $19 strawberry, let's be real, half the people watching this are thinking, I wonder what that tastes like. And some of you may just go and buy it for that reason. And number 3, they're selling you on an identity. The Aloe Yoga next door, the Equinox across the street, the smoothie bar available right as soon as you're done with your workout. That smoothie in your hand, it's not just a drink.
It's a status symbol.
Everybody knows that when you go to Erewhon, you chose to go to to the most expensive grocery store when you could have gone to a Ralph's around the corner. The scary part, that $22 smoothie, that $19 strawberry, being seen at Erewhon is all worth it to a lot of people. And that's grocery maxing. So be honest, are you grocery shopping or are you grocery maxing? Let me know in the comments below, like and subscribe for more.